Okay, so good news is we found a Civic, uh, and this was like a complete barn find type thing. Yeah, like one of my customers, he basically was like, "Hey, you know, I live in the high desert, Victorville area, and he's like, I got a shell that you can have." And so he's like, yeah, all you got to do is just come and pick it up. It's a rolling shell, so it had suspension, it had brakes. The only thing it was missing was like doors. It was missing like trunk. I mean, we're not going to use none of that stuff. So we ended up picking it up in the middle of like nowhere. Like we were like in buttfuck Egypt, pretty much. And it turned out, to be a good find, because I'm pretty much gonna cut this thing up anyway. And yeah, so that was the whole logic. Was I was like, you know what, it don't even matter what it looks like. Like this thing it looked like something out of like the Warriors or something like that. Like it was crazy. So we picked it up, we brought it to the shop, and we started cutting it up. Like we started like cutting everything up, but beforehand we did make sure it was all legit. We ran the VINs, everything on it, everything was good. VINs came back. I felt really bad because it came back as a clean title car, and I was just like, damn, dude, like I'm like, even though it's a shell, it's a clean title shell. So technically right now in the DMV system, it's listed, basically as clean title. So, I guess that's a perk. So yeah, so we brought it back to the shop. We started tearing it down. We ended up the dash was gone already, so that took care of that. So we started pulling we pulled the whole wiring out of it, like all the wiring, like from headlight all the way back to the tail light. So we ended up doing all that, ripped all the wiring out. I am gonna go with the mil-spec harness, I believe, and then I think I'm gonna try to figure out some type of underdash harness that's like a standalone system for it. So pretty much things are looking really good so far. So we ended up cutting, and we cut up a lot of it. Like this thing is like a skeleton, dude. It's like so cut up that I can almost lift it up by myself. Like I went to the back and tried picking it up, and it's pretty cut up. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the video of what we've done so far, so you guys can get an idea if you're, maybe you're curious to know what was done to it or whatever, or what the plans are so far. So the next step is we got to clean it up, and basically we're gonna have to start building the cage for it. So video starts now.
New project car.
Yeah,
Picked it up out in the middle of the desert, out in the boonies. Gonna turn this into a fun little project. Get it loaded up.
alright, so we got the new project. All the interior is gonna get pulled out, get it ready so we can start cutting it up. Crazy right now. A lot of stuff is already in the car, so we're gonna go ahead and clean all this out right now. it a day right here. But we got a lot of it. We got a lot of it cut up. So we're still trying to decide if we're gonna cut all this out or if we're gonna cut around here. We haven't decided yet, but it's pretty much stripped. I've been on it for a few hours, so we'll keep you guys updated.